Jim, thanks for joining us. I would imagine you're going to have to be careful what you say now. 2-1 home defeat to Cheltenham. Liam Wakefield off after 4 minutes. Alex Kenyon sent off after 40 minutes. Then you lose Peter Murphy to a late high gouge, yeah, well said. And then we play the entire second half with 9 men essentially because Paul Mullen's not really able to run. And yet still, your team gave a fantastic account of itself today, despite the fact the result going Cheltenham's way.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes things are for you or against you. I'm not going to stand here and speak entirely about one instance. I'm passionate about the game. I want to win. I've never been sent off as a manager. Didn't get many sends off, certainly not for what I showed today. So I apologise. I shouldn't have, been like I was, but I'm human. And things happen today that I didn't agree with. There's a lot going on, and you come into the game today with 5 players on the bench. You lose one after a couple of minutes. You lose another one through a sending off, which, whether it is or it isn't, we'll have to have a little look. And if Alex has let himself down, we'll be having a conversation. But in his defence, any human being that's lying on the floor and the whistle goes and gets stamped on, how are you going to react?
Yeah.
You're not just going to take it and go, referee, please sort that out, because that's not the way it is. So, and other things can happen. We've been warned, we've been fined in the past for surrounding referees, trying to influence them. Sometimes I want us to do it a little bit more because there's certain things that have gone against us in the certainly this season, last season, that are just absolutely shocking and shouldn't happen. Certainly, we go back to the one at Wickham, where everyone in the ground, bar one person, knew that it was at least 2 yards inside the box on a penalty kick, and we're 6 unbeaten, and that could get us back to, with a penalty 1-1 away from home, could be 7 unbeaten, set you up nicely for the next game. Critical error gone against us. Loads of critical errors. I think they're getting worse. That's my opinion. I'm not going to get on myself in trouble for that.
No.
There's got to be a certain amount of know-how and common sense. But they're trying to make the game now where not so much non-contact, but no one can get involved. You can't have any verbals. You can't have any ding-dongs. And that's part and parcel of the British game for me. That's what gets people on the feet. When there's a little bit, I think the players want that as well.
That passion.
Bit of passion, yeah. Yeah. Red card happens. Didn't agree with it because, I'll have to wait and see. But I did see that there was a late one on Alex Kenyon when he's lying on the floor. So then I weren't happy about how people are trying to influence the referee. Let the referee do his job. We've been penalised for it in the past, and we've spoken in depth with our players about making sure that you're clean in them situations. But once the red card and what you've got on the bench with regards to bodies, losing Liam Wakefield so early on, losing Rhys Turner as well.
Yeah.
Who's been training really well for the last month, turning good performances in games, started out on fire last week, done exactly the same today. Had a hand in the goal. We lose him to a hamstring. The players that we haven't got available at the minute, players who have left the club, everyone's stacked against us. So, yeah, lost my head. So be it, and I'll take the punishment when it comes my way. As I say, it's the first time. I'm not proud of my actions, but I'm a passionate person and I care and I want to win, and I'll stand up for what I think's right. Throwing my coat down, just got a little bit hot under the collar, a little bit agitated. That weren't in a way of throwing my coat down as I wanted to fight. It was just a reaction with me being under the cosh for those split couple of seconds. So anyway, didn't agree with that situation. Peter Murphy comes in at half time, split eye, has to go to hospital, struggling with his vision, speaking to people, and it's a bad elbow on him. I had to see it again, I haven't seen it, but that's what I'm going off. There was certain things that happened in the second half that I didn't agree with again. Fallon Alan McGowan on the touchline gets a stern talking to, where that's one of our players, I can guarantee it's a booking. But as I say, we started the game well, we were pleased, we got 1-0 up. I do believe if we had 11 players on the pitch, we'd win the game. As we had a bit of momentum, we looked where we could hurt them. I think Mullen and Turner were causing problems. We knew what they're all about, getting the ball in the box. Set plays are always going to be a problem. But I'm proud of the players because they give it all, as you say. We're down to 10 men. Paul Mullen can't move at the end. You've got someone with Masanko who's come on who hasn't played much and he's leading the line on his own for a large period. And you know, it was very, very tough. We're very mixed matched at the minute, and if you look like, you know, what we did have in regard to Barkus and Wright, Ellison left, Wilde goal and Stockton front, that was our front four for large periods of the season, and today we haven't got all four of them either through suspension injury or unfortunately you know, Tom leaving the club. So we are up against it, if we know that. But I'm proud of the players, and not so much, or not just the players, the staff have given it their all, really got behind the players, we're prepared, right, we've done everything that we need to. We did have a belief that we'd win the game today, but the fans were superb, really got behind them, drove them on. I know we had boos at the end, but that was probably more aimed at the referee, yeah. So, yeah, it's one of them days where you look back and go, God, remember that day? I got sent off, a player got sent off, that many injuries, nobody's on the bench. This, that, the other. There's a lot going on at the minute. You know, I'm not going to brush everything under the table. There's a lot that needs ironing out. But all I'm interested in is what happens on the green stuff, and they've given it their all today. So people can pick the bones out of as much as they want. We've lost the game, but we'll make sure that we have a good week and we'll be ready to go again next week. Whatever the team's going to be, you'll have a better guess than me at the minute. But whatever team does go out next week, we'll know where the strengths and weaknesses, or next game, strengths and weaknesses of Mansfield lie, and hopefully we'll try and take something from that game. So disappointing day for us today, but we regroup and we'll have to go again, and that's everyone, staff, players, fans, everyone, to go again next time out.
I'll just finish by saying, if they go out with the same heart and the same fight and the same passion as they showed today, can't ask any more.
No. Cheers.